welcome everybody. I am so sorry that we are getting started 3 minutes late. Technical difficulties, as we've said before, but welcome. We're here to talk today about midweek Medicare, how to use the Medicare Plan Finder and open enrollment scams. Um, and My name is Marty Mascari. I work under the North Central Texas Area Agency on Aging and the North Central Texas Aging and Disability Resource Center, or ADRC, both of which are under the umbrella of the North Central Texas Council of Governments in the North Central Texas area, which is the greater Dallas-Fort Worth, Texas area. And we are blessed to have Veronica here from the Better Business Bureau Education Foundation, who's joining us once again to talk about the open enrollment scams. But before we get started, we're going to first talk about CEUs real quick, and then we'll get running. Okay, for those of you that have that are joining us for CEUs, we're providing complimentary CEUs for licensed social workers and licensed professional counselors in the state of Texas. If you have a different license in Texas, or you have a license outside of Texas, you're more than welcome to go through the process to get a certificate and submit it to your jurisdiction. But please note, there's no guarantee that they will take it. I have had other jurisdictions reach out to me for more information about a specific topic that we had presented on. I sent them the slides and they've accepted them, but there's no guarantee. So also the same thing goes for people looking for certificates of attendance. Anyone's welcome to apply for one, but the guidelines that I'm about to set out are the same for both. Today's webinar is worth 1.5 hours of CEU credits. You must attend the entire live webinar, even the 3 minutes that we just blew of your life. You must continue, you must continue, you must attend the entire live webinar and the Q&A in order to qualify. You must also complete the Google evaluation survey. This should pop up for you when you close out of the webinar today. Zoom should just ask you if you'd like to take a short survey. That will take you directly to our Google survey. If you don't get that for some reason, some companies have pop-up blockers, the survey will also be sent out to you in a follow-up email. And I can tell you that will be either tomorrow or Friday, because I'm going to try not to send it out until I have the link issue fixed, so I can send you those slides for today's presentation as well. The Google evaluation link will be available till the 25th of this month, and please give us about 4 weeks plus or minus to get the certificates out to you. It does take time to get that done. So other than that, I'm going to turn it over to Melinda Gardner and let her introduce our speakers.
All right. Thank you very much, Marty. And as always, thank you for coordinating and helping us get the word out about these webinars, and so that we can provide this important information. Medicare is so confusing, and so it is important that even those who attend share the information with others. So today we have the Medicare Plan Finder information. That will be presented by Felicia Warner, who is a benefits counselor with the North Central Texas Area Agency on Aging. And then we will have Medicare Open Enrollment Scams by Veronica Alegria with the Better Business Bureau Education Foundation Senior Medicare Patrol. So we do appreciate you joining us, and I will turn it over to Felicia to start her presentation.
All right. I am so excited about this topic today. The Medicare Plan Finder is, I just can't say enough, but we're going to get into all of that. I want to express my gratitude for Marty and Melinda for just keeping this going, because I know the technical difficulties sometimes get kind of weird, screwy, but you all always overcome that, and that's always excellent teamwork. And also express my gratitude for our volunteers. So and our excellent team of Leslie, Simon, and Dolores, and of course, Melinda's guidance, and include Mary Jane, who is coming back also. So I'm, as Melinda explained, we're the Area Agency on Aging, and we're a program of the North Central Texas Council of Governments, and we're known as SHIP. And I'll explain that a little bit. We are, if you would go to the next slide, SHIPs are a federally funded program, and it was established by Congress. And our work is funded through the U.S. Administration for Community Living at the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services. Go to the next one. And this is how SHIP can help you. They can help you understand the cost of your benefits and compare benefits and help you enroll and even correct billing issues. And we work with state and local offices and agencies and providers uh, to get information out to you. And I think that's the most important thing, that people can call if they have issues with a bill, and a number of people always do call to correct billing. So that's something that really is important to them. There are over 54 ships throughout the United States, including Puerto Rico, Guam, the U.S. Virgin Islands, and DC. We have uh, over 2,000 local programs and over 12,000 counselors. And we will update these numbers because I know we've helped more than 4 million people. So we'll go to the next slide. Our local SHIP offices, this is their landing page. So you can visit shiphelp.org, or you can call that number and get in contact with us. And also during open enrollment, this is a busy time for us. So we anticipate that we will be at capacity, but we would still like to reach out to organizations to partner with us. We'll go to the next slide. And this is a little video on volunteering.
Many people find Medicare confusing. Make it easier and make a difference. Volunteer with your local SHIP and help people in your community navigate Medicare. You can volunteer virtually or in person, one-on-one or in groups. There's a wide variety of volunteer roles. You don't need a background in health insurance to get involved. SHIP provides the training.
I don't get paid for this. I'm a volunteer. And I get more out of doing this than what I did on a paycheck.
It's just a joy, a blessing to help and to give. And it doesn't take very much of your time.
If you go through the training, you give it a chance, you'll see the value not only for yourself, but you also see the value in others who you're able to assist.
As a SHIP volunteer, you can give back to your community, stay connected, and build your skills. Contact the SHIP office in your area to learn more. Depending on your area, the SHIP program may also be known by one of these names.
So that was our little information on volunteering. If you'd like to be a volunteer, there are several areas, and you get to choose what area you would like to be in, whether it's the Senior Medicare Patrol or a benefits counselor, or with some of the other programs we have, Matter of Balance, you can contact us. And we'll go to the next slide and get started. Open enrollment. We all know open enrollment starts October the 15th through December the 7th. And this information about the Plan Finder is a part of open enrollment. It's a really an important part that individuals can go on Medicare.gov website and compare information and discover some of the new features that are available on the website. And we'll go to the next slide. And during open enrollment, as you see on the slide, you can join, drop, switch to another Medicare Advantage plan. You can add or drop drug coverage. You can switch from original Medicare to an Advantage plan, or switch from Advantage plan back to an original plan. You can do that all up until December the 7th. The last one you choose will start January 1 of 2025. Okay, there's the plan finder, and we'll get started on that. And again, I'm just totally excited about it. And we'll talk about these subjects. These are objectives. We're going to talk about the plan finder improvements, and we're going to talk about the next calendar year, Part C. We'll go over that, and we also have a couple of surprise for you included in this webinar. And we'll talk about the enrollment period, which is the special enrollment period for the changes. So this is an overview of the Medicare Plan Finder. The Medigap plan results page, it helps you select the Medigap plan that you would like. As you can see on the left-hand side, I know that print's kind of small, but you can go on there and look for plans. They're all available there, and you can see that you can select a spouse or a roommate discount plan, that's a new feature, and it calculates the price range on the plan card exclusive of any spouse or roommate discounts that exist for that plan. Remember, that's for that plan. And there is also room for there's a badge on there, and we'll take a brief look at that when we go to the live part of the demonstration. Go to the next slide. And here's also some more results. So it's showing on the left-hand side of the screen that Humana is an insurance company, and the price ranges from $261 to $827. And then there's another one, United American Insurance Company, and those. But to say that Plan A, the basics will always be the same, but you get to choose how much you're wanting to pay. And generally, it really doesn't make a big difference, but some people do like to go with something that they're familiar with at some point. But there are a lot to choose from, and you can see on the slide there's an attain age, and that's another information that we can go into later on. The next slide, it's the Medigap policy results page, and this is the last one. It's the supplement insurance Medigap plan A details. And you can see that all of the plans under A will include these benefits, and they're standard. So you would pay the monthly premium, and that includes the deductible would be over $1,600, and the medical part is $240. And then the green tab to the right is that you can view all of the policies under Plan A. Go to the next slide. And this is also exciting and new. If you are still working, it's going to bring up, and this is the Medicare.gov, it's going to bring up that you have employer-based insurance. And if you want to join a Medicare plan, and you can find plans now, and it'll have your name on there, and it'll tell you exactly what you need to do if you have employee-based insurance and the options that you have for Medicare coverage. And I think this is an important part because so many people call wanting to know how their employer insurance will work with Medicare and if it's beneficial for them. So we'll go to the next slide. So we're getting into the nuts and bolts of it. The Pharmacy Plan Finder in network was started, the release date was May 23rd, 2024. And the display model will show the costs per pharmacy directly in your network. So if you'll take a look at the right side of the screen, you can see that the in-network pharmacy finder, and this is located in Allentown, Pennsylvania, and their mail order is $3,328.30. And then if they use CVS, it's just a little bit under that, and then they'll go further. But it also gives you the locations of the pharmacies. So it displays all that information for you so you can select the pharmacy and the drug prices that you want to pay. Then it's easier to use. We'll go to the next slide. And this release date was July the 3rd of this year, and it covers a listing of your medications. As you see on the right-hand side, and I apologize, that print is really small, but the pharmacy results for this section, it helps you choose up to 5 pharmacies, and it'll do a side-by-side view where you can see the details of each prescription cost. And also the distance between the pharmacies, which is good if you have, you've gotten home from the hospital, you want to send someone to get your medications, and you can tell them it's just a mile away and they can go get that for you. It's really helpful. We'll go to the next slide. The new options for capturing user location. So you put on the right-hand side of the screen, you put your address in there or your zip code, and it'll bring up the pharmacies. And also if you have a pharmacy that you like in particular and you've used it, you can put that name in there. And also the filter. You want to filter the distance, whether it's 5 miles, 10 miles, 15 miles, or 25 miles. And you can use your home location or your current location. Say, for instance, you're coming home from the doctor's office and you want to pick up a prescription fast because maybe you're headed out of town. You can have that pharmacy, you can pick up your medication at that pharmacy. You just have to make sure your doctor's office is sending it to the correct one. And you can also use your home address. So this is some really neat features. We'll go to the next slide. So in the future, the updates are aimed at reducing decision overload, making you feel overwhelmed, and make it easy to find a plan on the website and using the filters. And also I like to encourage you to, if you have not started a Medicare.gov account for either yourself or someone, a loved one, please do so. Uh, it helps make your research when you're looking for something for your client so much easier, and it narrows the number of pharmacies you want to use because you can see from the comparison that you are choosing the right one for you. And we'll go to the next slide. So, and I'm not going to go into too much with this because this is the filters, and we're going to do a demonstration on using the filters. It's important. I always like to say it's almost like if you've shopped on Amazon for shoes and you want a pair of brown shoes, and you just click on the box that says brown and it'll bring up all the brown shoes. So uh, the filters are important if you are looking for something in particular. If you want a HMO or a PPO or a POS, this is the filters you would look, and because it can bring up hundreds of plans. But if you want to narrow your search down, use the filters. If you have an insurance plan that you like, I'm sorry, if you have like Humana or Aetna and you like those and you just want to look at Aetna or Humana, you can look at those. And we'll go to the next slide. And again, these are some more improvements on the filters. You can do the special needs. Say, for instance, if you have Medicare and Medicaid, you're dual eligible, and you can do the chronic illnesses, or just look at plans that will work for you. So, and we'll also go through that. It'll be, you'll find it just absolutely wonderful. I hope so. I do. The next slide. So the increase in visibility of view all filters. So that last tab on that page will show you all of the filters that are available. We'll go to the next slide. And here we are. We're going to do a live demonstration. And this is the first time we've done this, so bear with us.
Felicia, is that going to be, is Melinda the one going to be operating that, or do you need to operate it?
I'll operate it.
Oh, okay. She said,
So
okay.
if
Got it.
she'll take control.
Yes, she'll give you control. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And I know this is you know, might be a little bit longer, but I'll try my best to speed it up.
And you should have access now, Felicia.
Okay. All right. Let me get over. Okay. If I can get my cursor to act right, come on. Here we go. So this is the page for the Medicare website, the landing page. And it shows the basics, of course, telling you about Medicare, getting started, the health and drug plans, which we'll concentrate on. And also, please pay attention to this provider and services. We won't be able to go into that a lot, but if you're searching for a new doctor or a specialty doctor, this is what you would look under. If you want home health services, or if you need durable medical equipment, you can do that. And then you can also chat with someone on Medicare. So we'll go here to find health and drug plans. You click on that, and my screen's not big enough. Okay. Well, good grief. All right, I'm going to have to move some of this stuff out of the way. I'm trying to make my screen bigger and it just, okay.
Felicia, will it just let you grab the side of it,
Yeah, that's what I'm getting ready to do. I hit the wrong
slide it
thing.
sideways?
Yeah. Here we go.
Maybe not.
No. Talk about technical difficulties.
Explore your Medicare coverage options.
No. Okay. Marty, I clicked on you.
Okay, hold on. I'll try to share it again.
Okay.
Oh, it closed that window out. Okay, hold on. Oh, it hid the window from me. Okay.
Oh, no.
Okay, if you want to, I'll go ahead and share it again. And if you just want to walk through it, and then I'll
Yes.
put in the information.
Okay.
Okay. Okay, does it show it on the screen?
Yes, it
Okay.
does. Thank you,
All right.
Melinda, you're a lifesaver. So we'll go down to plan, yes, drug and health. And then we'll put in, it'll always ask you for your zip code. Now you can save time by logging on or creating an account. We highly suggest you do that. So we'll put in the zip code 75025. And you see it's for coverage for 2025. So make sure that's there. And we'll start with the Medicare Advantage plans and find plans. And so they're asking some basic questions. Do you have Medicaid or supplemental security income, Medicare savings program, or extra help with drugs? And if you do, you would click that. But for these purposes now, oh, you want to learn more about those programs? Okay. So we'll just say that you don't get any help from those programs.
Quick question. What if someone gets help? Does that change their cost if they do get help with any of
Yes.
those programs?
Yes, it does. So you always want to, unless you're just really in a hurry, you want to put in your drugs. So we'll do that. And we're just going to do 2. And these are some of the common ones. Lisinoprol, L-S-I-N, Lisinoprol, yes. We'll add that in 10 milligrams. And we'll take that once a day. So that's 30 tablets. That's once a month. And then we'll add another drug, which is metformin, which is a common insulin. Metformin hydrochloride. Is it not on? Yes. All righty. And that is going to be, oh my. Yeah, let's leave it at 500 milligrams. And that's twice a day, every month. And we'll add that to our drug list. And so you can remove a drug or add another drug, but we are done. And we'll go ahead and click on done, adding. And the beauty part about this is you can again put in your, if you want to see what another pharmacy looks like, you can, but it brings up the pharmacies that are 5 miles away. And as you can see, there are 110 there, but we won't do all those. We'll just do the top. And we'll do the mail order, of course, Kroger, and it fills it in right there at the little bar down at the bottom. We'll do Walmart and CVS. And it's best to do 5, just so you'll know you're getting uh, the information what pharmacy is cheapest for you, the less cost. And then we'll add another one, Melinda. That last one, Walgreens. And then we'll click on done. And it loads up and it tells you. And you can go back and change if you see you have made an, any errors. And it's what's so exciting. You can see again, view all filters. You can look at the plan's benefits, insurance carrier, drug coverage. It's just amazing. And even the star, select the star rating if you want to, if that's something that's important to you. And it makes a big difference when you're just going through here looking for your clients and trying to get them the best plan. Of course, you can't choose it. We do not choose plans for individuals. We give them the choices and the information that is unbiased about the plans. And sometimes they'll have more questions than we can answer. Especially with different scenarios. If I go into the hospital and I have to have hip surgery, how much would it pay? Well, we don't have that information. Only the plan will have that information. So we see right at the top, we're showing there's 10 on a page, but there are 58 Medicare Advantage plans for this location in Collin County. And if you'll just scroll down, Melinda, just a little bit, we'll just go, people can see that, where it'll show you all the information. And we'll just click on one, and any one you choose, Melinda. I appreciate you doing this. And you can see enroll or view plan details. And we'll click on that. And then we'll come back to that. So Sigma, preferred Medicare HMO, you can see at that blue bar what the costs are. And there's the phone numbers on. So this looks like a really nice plan. It's 0 monthly premium, 0 health deductibles, 0 costs for your primary. And for the 2 drugs we have listed, your estimated cost for 2025 is 0. So we'll just go through that real quick, and you can see all of the benefits and costs, the drug coverage, the extra benefits at the top, and its star ratings. So I'm wildly excited about this information. That sometimes people want to do a Medicare plan like a Yelp. How many stars does it have? But you can consider that. It's just left up to your personal preferences. And it shows all the information. If you have preventative services, of course, there's 0. If you need occupational therapy, there's $30 a visit, but please always click on limits apply for more information. Very important information about durable medical equipment. And if you have other questions, you can call that plan directly. So you can see right there at your drug costs, which is very important for our seniors and individuals who take, medications, that this is zero costs for the lisinopril and the metformin. Always, hold on just a second, Melinda. Scroll back down and you can see that it's telling you don't go in Kroger because it's out of network. You can go and shop, but don't get your medications there because you'll be paying the full amount for those prescriptions. So your preferred in-network is Walgreens, in-network is CVS, preferred in-network is Walmart, and then of course stay out of Kroger, and the mail order is preferred in-network. So you can see real quick that Kroger, it just pops up and grabs my eye, because why would I go to Kroger and pay $347 when I can go to Walgreens and it's zero, Walmart zero, and the mail order is zero. And the mail order, if you sign up for text messages or emails, they will let you know when your prescription is being shipped. And then they will let you know when it is in your mailbox because of, the heat and the cold. So you don't want your prescription sitting out there for days. So it's quite convenient to use the mail if you choose to. All right. So I think that just gives you a quick overview of some of the highlights, and we'll talk a little bit more. I don't want to run out of time, but I think this demonstration is so important for individuals to understand that using the Medicare Plan Finder can save you a lot of time, save you a lot of frustration, and you're not overwhelmed. And that way you can go on and make your choices. So we'll get back to the presentation and keep moving forward, because we have Veronica, who is always has some really good information for us. I find it just helpful, and I repeat things that she says all the time to individuals. So the Inflation Reduction Act, Part D coverage, is a provision that simplified the Part D structure by eliminating the coverage gap phase. And that is one where people are with Medicare meet their out-of-pocket spending. So the limit is $2,000 in 2025. And they will move directly from the initial coverage phase to the catastrophic phase. And always refer to your plan details and for that. So we'll go to the next one. And this one is a new feature. I think it's absolutely so helpful for individuals with the Medicare prescription payment plan. If you have not heard about this, I'm excited to let you to know it first right here on our midweek Medicare. So the Medicare prescription payment plan, it will help you get those medications and not have to pay the full amount. Now, it's not going to lower your cost, and it's not going to save you money. You're just going to be paying it over time. And that helps you manage your finances or your monthly finances a little bit better. And for people that this might not work out for, if you have prescriptions, just like we looked at a few minutes ago. It was 0. So this payment plan wouldn't help you unless you're bound and determined to use something else, like Kroger, but I don't think you would do that. So uh, people with stable prescription costs that are consistent and manageable, and they might not see any benefits for spreading out payments. And people with uh, extra help, this is probably not going to be a benefit to you. But some of the key things is that it's not a payment plan. It's a program. It's a payment plan. It's not a program. I'm sorry. If a person is enrolled in the plan, they can enroll. If you're enrolled in any health plan or drug plan, you can enroll in this payment plan at the beginning of the calendar year. Don't wait till September to try to enroll, because it really wouldn't do you any good because the year is ending. When you enroll in a payment plan, the person will not pay at the pharmacy. You will pay the plan directly, whether it's your health plan or your drug plan. The payment will be spread out over time. And because the payments are spread out over time, again, it's not best to start it in September or some after that. And again, you won't pay at the pharmacy, and that's including the mail pharmacy and the specialty pharmacies. And if you want to know how much your prescription is before you pick it up, you can call your plan or you can call the pharmacy. They will know. And again, this might help you manage your monthly expenses, but again, it does not save you money or lower your drug costs. So a lot of people might ask, well, what happens if I don't pay it? You'll get a reminder from the plan that if you missed a payment and if you don't pay your bill, they'll send you another one. They'll send you another one. And if you don't pay it by that time that's on that reminder, they will remove you from the prescription payment plan. And then you still, of course, are required to pay that amount, but you won't pay interest on it and you won't pay any fees on it, even if your payment is late. If you change plans, say for instance, you move, your prescription payment plan would end and you'd have to start that with your new health plan. So if you have any questions about that, please put that in the chat. I know it's very new and people are, you have questions about it. So also, please pay your Medicare premiums first to your health plan or your drug plan. You don't want to lose your coverage for not paying that, and that would be a bigger problem. Okay, we'll go to the next one. We'll just do a quick overview because this will be on the Medicare .gov website. And if you, depending on your income, if you qualify for extra help, of course, please apply for that. And you get help. You can find out help with drug costs. So we'll go to the next slide. And here's some of the details for the Medicare prescription payment plan. And it kind of breaks it down, but they can't give you the exact amount on here. We can't provide that, but you can always call your plan for more information. Go to the next one. And here's again from the Medicare.gov website, information about the medications. And we'll go to the next slide. And this just gives you a little more information. If you have your monthly cost for drugs covered by Part D in January without this payment option, with this payment option, and you can see what that looks like and how much you would be paying throughout the year. But again, talk with your plan when you're getting ready to sign up for the Medicare prescription payment plan. Go to the next slide. And if you do this online, you will be able to print your application, or you can contact your plan directly if you have any questions. And it's easier when you have an account and you're logged on to your Medicare.gov account. Okay, next slide. And I know we zoomed through that really fast, but I was glad to be able to go to the Medicare.gov website. There's more on there. Please go and you can just fiddle with it and just look over the features that they have made available, and it's really good. So this is the 2025 Part C benefit service changes, dental and hearing. And these are some of the things that will be highlighted. And we'll go to the next section. So this was basically hearing aids benefit service is displayed on the plan finder. And you can find that, and you can find the preventive dental and the comprehensive dental. Medicare plans offer a broad representation of preventative and comprehensive dental benefits. And then on the plan card, and you can compare, and the compare page, make sure you pull up at least 3 plans, and you can come back and pull up 3 more and just see the side-by-side comparisons. Go to the next page. And so this is what it looks like on the right-hand side of your screen. That's Kaiser Permanente Medicare Advantage plan. I'm sorry, Medicare Advantage Value Vault HMO. So you see the checks right over on the side, the right-hand side. You have dental, vision, hearing, no transportation, a fitness benefit, worldwide emergency, and telehealth. And it offers over-the-counter medications, and it lists right there that you have your primary doctor visit is $10, and your specialists are $40. We'll go to the next slide. And so this is the plan compare dental and hearing benefits. So they're set side by side, and you can see what the current benefits are, and then the extra benefits that are coming up that are available. And just take a look at those and decide. I would suggest talking with your dentist if you have an established dentist, and go over some of the preventative and comprehensive dental that you would benefit from in choosing this. So we'll go to the next slide. Again, this is the current and new benefits. All right, go to the next one. Plan Finder special enrollment periods. And these are some of the highlights, some of the changes in the special enrollment. Go to the next slide. This is January 1, 2025. Adding a monthly Medicare drug plan for special enrollment for people with Medicare and Medicaid. this allows people with Medicare and Medicaid to uh, once per month, and it is a special enrollment for those to enroll in a standalone prescription drug plan. And people with Medicare and Medicaid would also have the ability to enroll each month. Each month to enroll, have the ability. I'm sorry, I'm gonna get that straight. Have the ability to enroll in an integrated care plan, such as a C-SNP or I-SNP or a D-SNP. So you can look over the special plans on the Medicare.gov. Make sure you choose the filter for those if you have 2 or more chronic illnesses, and also if you are on Medicaid and Medicare. Okay, we'll go to the next slide. All righty. Please submit a question if you have not already to the question and answer icon in the Zoom control bar. I appreciate you all spending time with us today. This is really some valuable information regarding the Medicare Plan Finder, and I appreciate your patience with the technical difficulties, and I look forward to answering some of your questions.
All right, I'll go ahead and stop sharing, and then I will share Veronica's presentation.
Okay.
And thank you very much for that, Felicia. That was great information, and you did provide all kinds of stuff for us.
I know
And
it's a lot on there,
it
and
is
it's
confusing.
and just have people go on there, just fiddle with it, surf through it, get a feel for it, because it's
Mm-hmm.
gonna happen.
Right.
It's gonna make sense.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It will at some point.
Yeah, it will. And I do plans for my family and friends. They'll ask me questions like, let's go to the Medicare.gov website. Let's just take a look.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
And you don't
All
have to
right.
call. But if you have
All
questions,
right.
please call us. Thank you.
All right. Well, Veronica, we are ready for you to provide information on the open enrollment scams, and I believe you have control.
Yes, ma'am. Good morning, everyone, and welcome to today's presentation on Medicare Part D scams. I am the State Outreach Specialist for the Senior Medicare Patrol. Senior Medicare Patrol is a federally funded program. We are also funded through the Administration for Community Living, just as the area agencies are. We have a Senior Medicare Patrol in every state, and our job is to recruit and train volunteers and professionals about Medicare fraud and abuse. We also assist in reporting intentional fraud and abuse to Medicare fraud control units. And our fraud control units include everyone from the Attorney General's office, the FBI, the Office of the Inspector General, the Department of Justice, Health and Human Services, CMS, which is the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services. So all these entities, we all work together to combat this huge problem we currently have with Medicare fraud. So what is the impact of Medicare fraud? Why should I care? Currently, Medicare loses $60 billion a year due to fraud, errors, and abuse. And approximately 250,000 beneficiaries have reported their Medicare numbers compromised. So when we say compromised, think about when your debit cards and your credit cards are compromised. Say someone has unauthorized purchases on their debit cards or on their credit cards. So you have to report these to your bank or to your credit card person and let them know that there was unauthorized purchases done with your credit cards and your debit cards. Same thing applies. Same rule applies to Medicare. If you see on your Medicare summary notices, there are doctors' names you don't recognize, or maybe services that have been paid that you have never received, then this is fraud. You have to report it. And the only reason why is because your Medicare number more than likely has already been compromised. So people are using your Medicare number to bill Medicare for services that might affect you in the long run. For example, if someone uses your Medicare number to obtain a wheelchair, and you need one this year, let's say they obtained it last year with your Medicare number, and you take a fall and the doctor prescribes a wheelchair, you go to the DME and Medicare communicates to you that they can no longer provide you with this wheelchair because they provided you with one last year. So someone already accessed that service for you. So now you have to wait 5 years to obtain a wheelchair. So if you need it now, you will have to pay out of pocket for that. So this is one of the reasons why we recommend you report any fraud as soon as possible to avoid from you having future problems with your healthcare benefits. So today's topic is open enrollment scams. Open enrollment starts October 15th through December 7th. So during this time, you will start seeing an increased number of phone calls, maybe correspondence with information on different plans, people on the phone trying to persuade you to switch to their plans type of thing. Medicare open enrollment can be overwhelming. Like I mentioned earlier, you have all these phone calls coming in. We have agents trying to contact you, people coming to your door, even though that is a marketing violation, but it still does occur. Or you have numerous amounts of correspondence hitting your mailbox. So it's all very confusing. And each one is offering you one thing better than the other. So this is the time that scammers take time to try to trick beneficiaries into actions that would lead you to make poor choices or become part of a scam. So just beware. Like I mentioned, open enrollment starts October 15th, or it started October 15th to December 7th. And we are going to kind of go over some of the top scams that you need to avoid during this time. The first one would be the fake Medicare representative. How many of us have received phone calls and on your caller ID, it says Medicare or it says HHSC? Keep in mind, Medicare will never, ever call you unless you've initiated that call yourself. Maybe you call them asking for help with a certain issue with your Medicare, then they're going to call you back. But they will never randomly call you and ask you to provide them with your personal information, especially your Medicare number. Think about it. It's Medicare calling you, and why are they asking you for your Medicare number? Doesn't make any sense. Just be very, very careful with whom you are speaking with. They would also have scammers threaten to cancel your Medicare. They might pressure you into wanting to sign up with a specific plan. And if you don't do it within a certain amount of time, they will mention that, well, if you don't do this by a certain date, you will lose your Medicare benefits come January. This is false. Of course, Medicare is yours until you die. You paid into it. The only time you will lose your Medicare is if you ever become incarcerated. Once you're released from prison, your Medicare benefits will be reinstated. But in the meantime, you will not have Medicare if you are in prison. But do not believe these fraudsters that are telling you that you will lose your benefits, because Medicare benefits are not tied in to any optional plans at all. You will also get people offering you kickbacks or free medical equipment. So if it's free, what they will do is that they'll say, well, if you enroll with my plan, I'll make sure you get a free wheelchair come in a few weeks as soon as your enrollment is processed. If it's free, why do they need your Medicare number? So more than likely, they're claiming it's going to be free, but they're going to bill your Medicare for that item. So if you don't need the item, they're billing Medicare for it, you're going to receive it. And then when you do need it, you won't have access to it. So this is also considered a violation of marketing rules and should not be done and should be reported if any one of you gets offered some sort of kickback, whether it's a DME equipment, money, or something of value for in exchange for your enrollment. Please report that as well. We have phishing emails and websites. So along with open enrollment, you will start seeing an increased numbers of emails that come from Medicare, or you'll see text messages with Medicare as the person sending. Try to avoid clicking on these emails or text messages and verify if it's Medicare trying to contact you. Excuse me. You can call 1-800-Medicare at 1-800-633-4227 to verify whether or not they're trying to communicate with you regarding some certain issue. Avoid clicking on these. Medicare will never send you random emails or text messages. And when you call 1-800-Medicare, they will relate that information to you as well. They are open 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, except on some federal holidays. So make sure you call them to verify. Excuse me. Now we were going to marketing violations. Every year, the Department of Insurances comes up with marketing violations that agents must follow in order to protect consumers from unethical practices, such as deceptive advertising or unlawful rebates. So these insurances are regulated, closely monitored to make sure that they don't take advantage of our Medicare beneficiaries. One such rule is the anti-rebating violations or kickbacks. So under Texas Department of Insurance, it is illegal for anyone to receive anything of value in exchange for referrals or for enrollment. So I've seen this done, and I heard of a case recently where there was an individual with a home health agency, or it was an insurance agency, and he had agents. So he kind of had a competition going on with each one of the agents. So what they were doing is that they would go out and recruit Medicare beneficiaries, have them switch over to their plan, but the broker was giving each agent an incentive, like, I'll give you $200 for each new enrolled person you bring me to our side of the tracks over here. So that on top of their commission. So someone reported it, they got caught, so they had to pay back all this money because it is a marketing violation. If any one of you sees any such thing going on, or someone approaches you, offers you something in exchange for enrolling, that is also fraud. Please report that as well. Data privacy and consumer protection. There's laws to protect your data as well. Companies have to offer you a mechanism that allows you to opt out of sharing your data. Keep in mind, whenever you enroll for something, you register for a service, you have to provide all your personal information. So these companies have to ensure you that your information is protected, and they will let you know if for any reason their information or their system is breached, that you are well informed that your information was part of that breach. So you can take the proper precautions to protect yourself, because you're talking about social security numbers, dates of birth, all this information that fraudsters or scammers can use to obtain services or items without your knowledge. Misleading advertising. More doctors smoke Camels than any other cigarette. Type of advertising. These type of advertising mislead people to think that smoking is good because doctors smoke Camels. So how many of you remember that commercial that was running last year with Joe, I think it was Joe Namath, the famous football player, informing people that they could get extra money on their Social Security checks if you called a certain number? Well, we all know as benefits counselors, we know that he was referring to the Medicare Savings Program. In order for you to get extra money on your check, Medicare Savings Program will come in and pay your Medicare premiums for you, of course, and then you would get credited that amount of money to your check. But he made it seem like if you call this number, you will get more money on your Social Security checks. So a lot of people were flocking to this and trying to take advantage. Well, yeah, everybody wants more money. We all want more money. So this is a type of advertising that is considered misleading. Stay safe. During open enrollment, avoid giving out personal information to anyone that approaches you, calls you on the phone. I had a call yesterday. The gentleman was upset. He said he was asleep. The phone rang. He answered it. The person on the other end of the phone said he was from Medicare and that he had a new Medicare card for him, but he needed to verify his Medicare number. Gentleman was still trying to wake up, grabbed his Medicare card, gave him the numbers. Then he snapped and realized what he had just done. He called me. There are no such thing as new Medicare cards. If Medicare says they're calling you, why would they ask you for your information? No one needs to verify your Medicare number. The only reason they're asking you for that Medicare number is because they plan to use it to file false claims. That Medicare number is worth $30,000 to a scammer right off the bat. Keep in mind, Medicare receives over 44 million claims per day. It is very difficult for Medicare to audit every single claim that comes through their door. Therefore, they rely on us, the public, to review their summary notices and capture anything that might be questionable and report it. The problem with this is that in 7 years, if this fraud doesn't stop or diminish somewhat, Medicare will become insolvent. Insolvency means that there will be not enough money in the trust fund to pay for your healthcare services. So you're going to see much of what we see right now when the government is threatening to close down, and you have all these senators and Capitol Hill trying to figure out how to fund the government to keep it running. This is what we're going to face in 7 years. So this is imperative that everyone do their part, review your summary notices, even if it's just $5 that you see that might be a discrepancy, report it. Please report it. Medicare's future is at stake. So how do you stop fraud during open enrollment? Don't let anyone push you into making fast decisions. Medicare Part D enrollment runs from October 15th to December 7th. You have all this time to enroll or make changes. Now, if you are one of the individuals that receives help through extra help, through state programs, you automatically qualify for something called the special enrollment period. So you're allowed to make switches throughout the year if needed. So do not believe these scammers calling you on the phone, telling you that you only have to such and such date to make the change or to enroll into their plan. If you receive a call, especially from a number you don't know, or anyone requesting personal information, the minute you hear them asking for your Social Security numbers, your Medicare number, hang up. Simple as that, just hang up. Know your healthcare options. Get help from your family, from 1-800-Medicare. Go to the area agency on aging. These people are trained staff and they will provide you with unbiased information. You get to pick and choose what's best for you. No one's going to put something in front of you that's going to benefit them. No one gets paid commission. We don't represent any one company. We are just here to provide you with information so that you can make an informed decision. So we're going to recap. So what are we going to do during open enrollment to protect ourselves from scammers? You're going to avoid anyone asking for your Medicare number, your social security number, or even your bank information. All this information can be used to enroll you into plans that you never authorized. Avoid anyone during open enrollment that says they are from Medicare. Remember, like I mentioned before, Medicare is not going to call you randomly. They're not going to come to your door, and they're not going to send you emails or text messages. It's against the rules for any plan to even look like they're endorsed by Medicare or any other government agency. I don't know if anyone's had noticed some of these agents walking around with their business cards and they have the little Medicare emblem on there. It looks like a Medicare card. You go to the health fairs and they have Medicare everywhere on their booths. This is a marketing violation. You can report that as well. You're going to avoid unsolicited texts or phone calls. These plans need to provide you with an opt-out communications regarding Medicare. This must be done annually in writing. Avoid being pressured with time limits. You have until December 7th to make your changes, to review your plans. You will not lose your Medicare coverage if you don't pick a plan. This time of year, the best practice is to review your plans, check your plan, make sure that it's going to continue to be your best option in 2025. And if you need to make changes, you make the changes to take effect January 1st. Avoid any free gifts for enrolling into your plan. This is clearly a marketing violation. Gifts are being given. They must be available for everyone, regardless of whether or not they enroll with your plan. And the gifts cannot be more than $15 in value. That's great because before it was different. So we here at Medicare, Senior Medicare Patrol provides information to protect, detect, and report Medicare fraud, errors, and abuse. If you feel you've been victimized or experienced potential Medicare marketing violations, please call Senior Medicare Patrol at this toll-free number, 1-888-341-6187. And you can speak to me, Veronica Alegria, at the Senior Medicare Patrol. Thank you so much for your time and attention, and happy enrollment.
First of all, I want to thank you all because I know you guys are in the midst of the forest fire right now since open enrollment started 2 days ago, right? Is that right? 2 days ago? And boy,
Yes.
to find anybody to talk to or give a presentation during open enrollment, it can be like pulling teeth just because they are so busy. I do have a couple of quick questions for you if I could. One of them is, can someone go into, I will be hitting that age very shortly, but can you go through and just do basically a practice session in the Plan Finder?
Yes, you can.
There
You
you go.
Yes.
certainly can.
Anyone can
And
do a plan comparison.
and I
Great.
encourage you to do that. And when you get your red, white, and blue card with your Medicare ID number, create that account. And I know it's, people don't like it. Some seniors are, they just don't have the ability, and some do not have the internet. But you can get your grandchild to start you an account. They can do it with your Medicare ID number, and that information is readily available 24 hours, 7 days a week. And it can save you a lot of headache on do I have this benefit in my plan? Can I do this? Or am I entitled to, just in general?
So do
And
I
you'll
need to
want
get,
to know.
do I need to get a Medicare number?
Yes, you'll get one when you
No,
get ready
not to do an anonymous search.
Oh, yeah.
Not to, yeah, you don't need a
Oh, I'm
Medicare
sorry.
number to use the plan finder.
Okay.
Yeah. I know there's
The
other
only,
questions. Go ahead.
yeah, the only thing, if you do an anonymous search, it does not save your information.
Right.
Yeah.
If you have an account, then your prescriptions are saved and you don't have to keep entering that information.
I see. So can I go get a Medicare card before I'm 55? I'm 65.
I don't think so.
They don't give them out like that.
Yeah. I know. Yeah.
No.
That's what I was asking.
Veronica would say, yeah, that's fraud.
Right.
You can't get one of those.
Right.
Yeah, you can get one if you qualify for disability, but then you have to wait
Right.
2 years after you're disabled.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. Yeah. There's only 4 ways to get Medicare. And sometimes people think, that they can get Medicare because they don't have any other insurance. But you have to age into Medicare, you have to be on disability or you have to be on disability for 2 years, or end-stage renal disease, or ALS, Lou Gehrig's disease. Those are the only ways to get Medicare.
Very good.
Yes.
I want to point out how much magic and how much professionalism you saw today. You got to see Felicia turn herself upside down and turn herself back up again.
That was fun.
You got to see Melinda. Melinda was able to just make the presentation disappear and reappear. It just went away and came back.
Oh my.
Well, it was a good thing Felicia right-sided herself so that we didn't have to see her upside down the whole
Upside
presentation.
down. I know. That would have been a disaster.
Well, and then she came up, she showed you how to use the plan finder. And what did she come up with? One that costs no money. It was
yes,
no
I think that's wonderful.
nothing. I was like, this is magic right here, happened right in front of me.
That's right. And that's right. And what pharmacy to stay away from, and that Kroger. Yeah.
Oh.
Don't even step inside to get a prescription.
And keep in mind that
don't get us in a pickle now, Felicia.
Right.
That's
That's what I was gonna say. Keep in mind that was for that particular zip code.
Right.
So Kroger may be in network for other plans.
Exactly. Thank you, Melinda.
If you were choosing that plan in that location,
right.
Don't go into the Kroger because it was a very bad deal.
Right, exactly.
I want to make sure this is not any means
right.
No, nothing against Kroger. I love it.
Kroger. I don't need them calling me.
Right.
No,
we do
not at all. No, but if you're in that zip code and that's your plan you want to pick, just be aware of your preferred pharmacy, in-network preferred pharmacy, in network and out of sight. Because you don't want to pay that.
I didn't really see. Is there some questions in the chat? I didn't see it in the Q&A. Let me read through
I think
this.
Simon is taking care of the Q&A and the chat.
Okay.
Simon, if you're not, send us a message.
Okay, and I'll read through the CEU stuff real quick. For those of you joining us for CEUs today, welcome. We're thrilled to have you. We're providing complimentary CEUs for licensed social workers, licensed professional counselors, and we're set up to do that in the state of Texas. For those of you that have different license in Texas or a license outside of Texas, you're more than welcome to go through the process, get a certificate, and submit it to your jurisdiction. Please note that It is up to them of whether they'll take it or not. There's no guarantees, but you're more than welcome to do it. I'll say again that I do have examples where some jurisdictions, even from out of state, have sent me information asking for more information about a presentation because someone was trying to use that for its credits. And so I sent them the slides and a link to the recording. And as far as I know, they accepted it. So,
good.
So just let you know, we're set up for these two in Texas, but if you have other ones, feel free to go through the process. The same guidelines work for the certificate of attendance. Today's webinar is worth 1.5 hours of CEU credits. You must have completed the entire live webinar and the Q&A in order to qualify. You must complete the Google survey evaluation form. As you close out of Zoom today, it should allow you the opportunity to take a short survey, and that would be our Google survey. If it doesn't, please, no fear, I will be sending that out to you in a follow-up email as well. I want to make sure we're usually very, very good about having, at least by the time we get started with the webinars, a link for you to download the PowerPoint slides. I'm having a problem with my whole system. I've been on the phone with the company last night. In fact, I was searching to see if I had any answers from them this morning while the webinar was going on. I don't. So it may be a couple of days before I send out the evaluation, the follow-up email, just because I want to make sure I have those certificates. I'm sorry, those slides in there for you. So the Google survey will be available to you till the 25th of the month, and give us about a month more or less to get those certificates out to you once we've gotten them, everybody done with their credits. Next month, join us for What's New in 2025 and open enrollment scams. Can they do that? No, I made a little bit I took a little liberty with this because it just said open enrollment. Can they do that? I added the word scams in there. I hope that's okay. I just wanted to make sure that it pointed them to what we were trying to get to. If I need to reword that title, Veronica, you guys please let me know. I'd be happy to reword it and get it right for us all.
Okay, I'll get with Angel.
Great, thank you so much.
Yeah, usually they have a part 1 and a part 2, so that's probably part 2 of that. And is Angel presenting next month?
Yes, Angel.
Wonderful. Okay, wonderful. And we will actually have Leslie Kilton presenting next month for us.
Yeah.
Right.
So yes.
And what's the deal? Mary Jane's coming back.
Oh yeah.
Mary Jane is helping us during open enrollment. Yes.
Nice.
Yes.
Yeah,
So we are happy to have her.
In a long time. That's very, very good news. Yeah.
Yes, it is. So
Great.
we have another great team this year to help with open enrollment. So we do welcome people to call us if they have any questions, or, if they're family members or anybody has any questions, they're welcome to give us a call.
When I have to get in and do my open enrollment for my 65th birthday, you might have to hire 10 extra
Party!
people to help me. You might have to hire 10 extra people to help me. No.
We'll be
You'll
happy
be
to help
fine.
you out. Yes.
I'm gonna have to
You'll
go
be
sit down
fine.
watch a lot of these past webinars that we have on YouTube.
You'll be fine.
See, that's the thing. You know where to go to get the information.
There you
Yes.
go. Veronica, how are you doing, Veronica? Are you doing good?
Yeah, good.
Looking good. Yes.
Glad to hear.
Getting ready for the weekend already.
Oh yes.
Oh my.
Well,
Oh yes.
once again,
And not
you
the
all.
cooler temperatures, not for me.
Oh, look at Mary
Yeah.
Jane. One question for there's one question in the chat. Mary Jane says.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so I'm not sure if
Hello, Mary Jane.
Simon is taking care of that, but let me check. Okay. Oh, I've never heard of Muleshoe, Texas. That's a new one.
Muleshoe.
Muleshoe, is that how it's pronounced?
Yeah, I think that's right. That's how we pronounced it when we were playing them in football. I don't know if that was a derogatory term or the real name.
Is there a way we can check to see if someone is using our Medicare number? Can we get a yearly summary?
Report.
Oh, okay. There was a window blocking that. A yearly summary report. Okay, so the best way to find out what has been charged against your Medicare number is to have a Medicare.gov account, and you can log in and see the claims. The Medicare summary notice only comes out every 3 months. So probably a week after you have a doctor's appointment, you could log into Medicare and you should be able to see that claim. So if you want to, every couple weeks or once a month, go into your Medicare account to see what claims have been submitted, that would be a way to check to see if anything was charged against your Medicare number. A yearly summary, Medicare doesn't do a yearly summary that I'm aware of, but the Medicare Advantage plans do. So they send out monthly explanation of benefits, but then it is accumulation, I believe, of your charges, especially for prescriptions. It may be different for health benefits, but for your prescriptions, it is a continuous statement of what has been paid in and what phase you're in, that type of thing. But that may be a good suggestion for Medicare. Maybe because there's so many billing codes, I'm not sure if they'd be able to do that though. Something to think about.
Well, thank you all so much. I know unless there's more questions, I know we've run over your time, but I want to point out that you all got a lot of free entertainment today, and it didn't cost you a penny. So you please help get the word out to everyone else of all of the magical things that happen on the midweek Medicare. Okay. Anybody else before we finish up?
Oh,
Have a wonderful
no, thank
weekend.
you, Marty. We appreciate all that you do to make everything happen.
Sorry for the technology stuff. I didn't catch it early enough, and so late last night didn't get it fixed. So we'll get it fixed and get those slides out to you all. And thank you all.
Melinda,
Yes.
I need to tell you, I need to thank you for recommending Toastmasters. I joined. I joined.
Yes.
I love it.
Great.
Great.
I love it too. I didn't at first, but I do.
I love it.
It's really helped me. It has
Well,
It's
really
helped
helped.
me. I mean, I think I've kind of improved a little because PowerPoints are not my cup of tea. No way.
Yeah.
I don't like PowerPoints. But with this Toastmaster thing, they allow me to do my PowerPoints there and they criticize me and tell me what to do, what not to do, type of thing. So it's cool. I love it.
Constructive feedback.
Yes.
Not criticism.
Constructive. Yeah. Constructive.
Congratulations.
Well, great.
It's constructive.
Yes, that's
Congratulations for
wonderful.
doing that.
You're
Yeah.
lovely,
Thank you so
Veronica.
much.
Congratulations. That's great stuff, y'all. Very,
Yes.
very good. Well, you
All
all
right.
have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next month.
All right. You too,
Bye.
Marty. Thank you
Bye,
all.
Veronica. Bye, Marty.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
As Veronica
Okay.
said, happy open enrollment.
Happy open enrollment.
I think it's going to be more like happy closed enrollment when we meet in a couple of months. Right? Okay, thanks, y'all.
All right.
Bye, guys.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.